Say hi. Say hi. This is Lucky. And over there, that's Coco. These are the dogs that have been preventing me from making videos for you guys. Isn't that right? How's it going, everybody? My name is EnvyTalksCinema, and welcome to another EnvyTalksCinema video. It's been a while because, I mean, you see those two dogs over there. They have been a pain in my ass recently, and my job has also been very hectic. I've been working a lot of hours, making some money. I haven't really had time to do one of these videos. First things first, let's start off with, well, this entire video is going to be based around Avengers Doomsday and what's coming up. A little bit of Fantastic Four, a little bit of other stuff, but let's start off with new characters. So a lot of new characters are essentially being confirmed for Avengers Doomsday, such as the love interest in Shang-Chi. Don't remember her name, but I know her real name, Awkwafina, and I know that's not the ideal person you would want to come back. However, it's happening apparently. Also, we got more confirmation on Ironheart. She will be returning in Avengers Doomsday as well, and that's obviously expected because it seems like they're going to do the Young Avengers, which is now going to be called Champions. I don't like that at all, but let's hope it can be a good show. There's no confirmation on Ryan Reynolds or Hugh Jackman. However, Hugh Jackman recently posted a video of him training on his Instagram with no caption. What the? I mean, he's most likely Wolverine training. The movie's like essentially being filmed at the moment, so it's not too far-fetched. Also in Pinewood Studios, where apparently a lot of people seem to be getting these leaks from, a Deadpool and Wolverine poster is seen, and it has not been taken down, essentially where all of this is being done. Now, I mean, that's not too crazy. I mean, it's a Deadpool Wolverine poster. You can put a poster anywhere. I have a Transformers posters put up right now. It doesn't mean Paramount's gonna do another Transformers 1 movie. However, it's Marvel. We know they're good at hinting, but I think this one's just a little bit too far. But we know, I mean, it's not too far-fetched to say that Deadpool and Wolverine will not be returning, because I'm pretty sure we all know they are, especially now that Gambit's already been confirmed. We haven't gotten a lot of characters confirmed, but we have a small confirmation. It's a bit disappointing, involving the spiritual characters, and it doesn't look like a lot of them will be showing up in Avengers Doomsday. And when I say the spiritual characters, that means the ones that we were just introduced, and that would most likely mean Moon Knight and Werewolf by Night, and maybe even Agatha. I don't think Agatha would fight alongside the Avengers to begin with, but not seeing Moon Knight or the Werewolf by Night, like I didn't expect that Werewolf to show up in Avengers. However, that would have been sick, because Werewolf by Night was a very good Marvel presentation, and Moon Knight's one of my favorite Marvel shows in the Disney Plus. It's like you can't hate Moon Knight. And he's one of the most unique and creative characters ever made. So seeing that he's not going to be in Avengers Doomsday is a bit of a disappointment, even if he doesn't have any real connection to any other MCU characters at the moment. We still would like a season 2 though. Maybe Moon Knight and all those other spiritual characters we would have seen had they had done the Midnight Suns movie. However, they couldn't get the damn Blade movie to come out, but it seems like they are going through with the Midnight Suns movie just after all of this is over, which is unfortunate, but at least we'll be seeing it eventually, and we will be seeing Blade, but it looks like it's being put on pause. Speaking of things being put on pause, it seems like they completely canceled Armor Wars, so Lord knows when we'll ever get that. Moving on with more Avengers news, it seems like we've gotten the biggest possible leak we could have gotten in a very long time, and it actually makes sense when you think about it. Also, this leak may be a potential return to Kang or a rerouted thing that actually makes sense, and this is what I'm saying. So essentially, if you have not, like, okay, spoilers first of all, this is all known already, but if you have not hold that thought.
Later.
Like I was saying, spoilers, if you have not seen anything I'm about to say, not only has this been out for a long time, but this whole channel is essentially telling leaks about stuff that we'll hear about Marvel in the future. So obviously this whole channel should be a spoiler warning, but like I always say, take everything I say with a grain of salt. So if you have not seen Loki, basically at the end of season 1, he who remains, Kang, the one who remains, everything he said was true. In the multiverse, it's just a giant loop. Regardless of what happens, the same thing is going to happen. The multiverse is gonna build up. It's gonna end in the multiverse war, and he who remains will be the last one on top. At the end of everything, he wins. It always happens. It's an endless loop. This could be a potential way to bring Kang back and have Dr. Doom actually destroy him, because maybe in Dr. Doom's point of view, he's trying to save the multiverse in his own way, and that's obviously not going to go eye to eye with the Avengers or the X-Men. However, it seems like they found a way around this, considering, well, you can't really use Kang anymore. And I'm sorry that my camera is bugging out right now. There's really nothing I could do about it. Initially, we would have seen Kang's variants causing chaos, havoc across time and space, and this is something that we've already seen, and as he's already said, when the multiverse goes into war, Kang is the one that is essentially messing it up, and he who remains is going to be the one that wins. However, now the main reason revolves around the different heroes who have been interfering with the fabric of space and time. In Doomsday, the main incursion we'll see at first revolves around Earth 616, which is the main universe, and the universe Monica is set in, where the X-Men currently reside in the film. Other incursions will also be addressed, such as the one in No Way Home, caused by Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange. So it seems like instead of Kang being the one that causes all of these incursions, it's going to be the superheroes. So we've already seen Doctor Strange and Spider-Man cause a huge incursion. We also saw Doctor Strange cause an incursion in Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. Loki even caused an incursion, but right now he's the one holding the multiverse together. And Monica Rambeau at the end of the Marvels. So it seems like instead of Kang doing this, it's going to be heroes that are messing with the fabric of space and time. Now, most of those just seem to be in the universe that we're already in. What heroes outside of the universe are creating incursions? Well, that made me think. The Fantastic Four. Reed Richards is the smartest man alive, well, at least in his universe. And it seems like in the Fantastic Four, Reed Richards not only cracked space travel, seems like he's cracked multiverse travel. And this theory makes so much more sense now. So initially, if we remember the event in New Mexico, where fans got to see a little scene in the Fantastic Four, and this scene involved Silver Surfer chasing after the Fantastic Four, more specifically, the baby, Franklin Richards, who's in Sue Storm's belly. Sue Storm is in labor, and Reed tells Ben to fly through a black hole. This potentially means that they have been multiverse traveling in the movie, or at least they did it once or twice in the movie. And this could be how they get put on Galactus's radar. It all makes sense now. Not only can Galactus probably sense that Franklin Richards in Sue's stomach is about to be the key to everything he wants, he could find out about the Fantastic Four just by the Fantastic Four traveling to the wrong universe at the wrong time. Do we remember that clip in the Fantastic Four trailer 2 where it seems to look like Earth has been destroyed? Well, that's not Earth. This is just another planet that was destroyed by Galactus, maybe even another Earth in another multiverse that was destroyed by Galactus. The Fantastic Four gets there to see what's going on. They see that Galactus is eating worlds, and well, that puts them on his radar, and he sends the Silver Surfer to go after them. And that potentially is that scene that was saw. That was seen, that you know what I mean? So it's all starting to line up now. Now, I think from a logic standpoint, it's most likely going to be another planet similar to Earth, but we have gotten so much in Marvel to the point where Reed Richards cracking multiverse travel doesn't sound too crazy. Now, here's what makes this so important to me, right? If the Fantastic Four are traveling from multiverse to multiverse, they're most likely going to cause some sort of incursion. And who is the person that is holding all the vines of the multiverse right now? That's right, Loki. Loki can see this. However, he can't really do anything about it because he has to stay where he is. Otherwise, the whole universe will unravel. So this is a theory that I've made of my own. We heard in the post-credit scene to the Fantastic Four that essentially we were gonna see Dr. Doom, or at least get a glimpse of Dr. Doom. I now no longer think that's the case. It would be cool, and I kind of hope to see that still. However, this is something that I would actually much rather see. Considering Loki should be able to see into other multiverses right now, what's to say he doesn't see Dr. Doom? And if he sees Dr. Doom, he knows exactly what Dr. Doom is going to want to do. So what should Loki do? What should Loki do in this scenario? He should go warn the Avengers. Wait a minute. The Avengers don't trust him besides Thor. And And would Loki even consider going to his brother? All of the Avengers don't essentially trust Loki because, well, Loki tried to kill them in the first Avengers movie. And also, if he goes sees Thor and tells him that he's not the Loki he remembers, because that Loki was just the one that used the Tesseract in order to travel somewhere else in the universe, and that ended up having him get caught by the TVA. So even though Loki's already done his redemption arc, that's still not the Loki Thor knows. It's a different Loki. However, you know who doesn't know Loki? The Fantastic Four. I don't know how this is possible, but according to leaks and according to rumors, Loki is going out there searching for Avengers, heroes, mutants, any other heroes from other universes to help out. And what better way to start with the Fantastic Four, who seems to already know a lot. Now, how exactly would he seek help from the Fantastic Four? I don't know. Maybe he sends them some sort of signal or something. I don't know. Or maybe he sends the TVA to go pick them up or something. I don't know. However, seeing that happen would be so cool, because it'll be like, oh my god, you think you're gonna see Dr. Doom, you're seeing green all over where it's Dr. Doom, it's Dr. Doom, and out of nowhere you see those damn horns on the damn head of a Tom Hiddleston. That would blow my mind. And maybe Loki even sends heroes to 616. Maybe this is how the Fantastic Four ends up on 616, along with the X-Men and God knows any other heroes. Hearing this all put together makes so much sense. It means Loki's gonna be the key point. I'm lagging. It means Loki is going to be the key point. He's going to be incredibly important, which we already knew.
Later.
Okay, I had to fix my camera. That was incredibly annoying. Like I said, let me know generally what you think. Do you think this makes sense? Because it makes perfect sense to me. Even though there's still a lot of unanswered questions, like the bangles that Kamala had, or the rings that were essentially, like, both of those were going to be Kang tech. And now with Kang no longer being involved, we don't know what those we don't know what they're gonna like. There's a lot of unanswered questions, you know. By the way, I do plan on making a video on trying my best to answer those unanswered questions, so stay tuned for that. That is all I have to say for Avengers news. There is more news going out currently, like Shang-Chi is set to return in Spider-Man Brand New Day, and there's a little hint to Mephisto in the Ironheart episode guideline poster. A lot is going down right now. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you haven't, leave the like button down, hit the like button down below. Sorry, I'm lagging. This video is going to be a mess and I apologize. Subscribe if you're not, and I'll leave it at that. TH out.